there is a kind of solid battle, and which Nigerian military could not withstand the bandit again. So bandit conquer Nigerian military in Niger Delta. And let me tell you this: how do you think that the Nigerian military can withstand in Biafra land? How do you expect them to come and succeed in Biafra land when the Fulanis, that are the Fulanis, have been conquered by the Fulanis in the name of military and bandit? Then Buba, Musa, you are pointing east. They are the terrorists. Buhari is aware of it. Is the king of Shegumi or whatsoever is one of them. And they are the people. And the chief, that is the chief negotiator. So what are you saying? You see them. That is why you see them carrying on and moving. This terror, they don't have what it takes to, if actually you want to face them. God bless you. I remember my humble self, Evangelist Benjamin Johnson Esesinachi, the only Biafran evangelist that speak nothing but the truth and believe in the truth and ready to go by the truth. Now listen, and listen very carefully, and listen good. This indicates to the everyone in the country called Nigeria, and every believer that believe in Nigeria, and the people in the world that are still calling themselves one Nigeria. And that is to tell you this, that we don't have the military strength, we don't have the military capability, we don't have the military ability now in Nigeria, in a country called Nigeria. So as it is now, if a whole military training camp, one of the biggest so far in the country called Nigeria, could be occupied by the terrorists, where are the military? Where are the Nigerian military? General Ikenwachuku, where are you? The military spokesperson. General Buba, where are you? General Musa, where are you? And General whatsoever, whether he's still alive or not, Olagbaja, where are you people? It don't happen. It's happening in Niger State. Terrorist bandit has taken over the major camp, the major military training camp in Niger Delta. That is to tell you that Nigeria doesn't have military strength. They are not strength enough. They are not strong enough. Our military is not strong enough. They are no longer reliable. They are not worthy of being trusted. If their own camp, bandit can take over. But that means, in other words, that means they chase away all the military personnel in that camp. And they chase the already trained and the untrained and those that is already on the training. They clear all to occupy that place. That means it is a serious war, a serious battle. That means there is a kind of solid battle, and which Nigerian military could not withstand the bandit again. So bandit conquer Nigerian military in Niger Delta. And let me tell you this: how do you think that the Nigerian military can withstand in Biafra land? How do you expect them to come and succeed in Biafra land when the Fulanis, that are the Fulanis, have been conquered by the Fulanis in the name of military and bandit? Then Buba, Musa, you are pointing east. You will fail. You will fail. But it is obvious. Because I learned that UK, probably it was a political statement. I am not sure if they have been seriously equipped by the promise, or was it just ordinary political statement unfulfilled? You know, political promises that you will promise and they will not fulfill it, only to say it for the world to hear and to threaten some set of people. Are you hearing me? Maybe that is it. But if it is real, that means UK did not make a good provision to support Nigerian military. If UK should fulfill their promise and this kind thing happen in Niger State, that means what they give Nigerian military was fake. It was not original. They did not give them the main one, which they needed to defend the safety of the country, to defend the image of the country, to make sure that the people are well secured and the people should have hope and trust in their military. Are you getting it? So with this thing now has shown us that, I'm saying this and I've said it before, it is the high time that every citizen of this country should be given an opportunity to handle gun. If you don't know how to shoot, you should be trained on how to use gun, so that you can secure yourself and protect yourself. If a whole military training camp, the soldiers could be conquered in their camp and overthrown in their camp, and the bandit occupied their camp. So you, the bloody civilians, as they used to call us, that means you are not safe even with the military. We are not safe in this country. So everybody need to stand out to defend himself. Fight for yourself. Defend yourself by yourself and the help of God. Without that, military, Nigerian military, there is no hope in Nigerian military. They cannot defend you and they cannot fight for you because they have failed. They don't have what it takes. With what has happened, I am standing to say this: Nigerian military has failed. They don't have what it takes. They are not qualified to be a military to defend the country. So they are not qualified. They are inferior.
But do you think that they lack equipment? Because just recently, the UK donated over 1 billion naira worth of technical equipment given to Nigerian army to combat insecurity here, there in the south, in the northern part of Nigeria and the eastern part of Nigeria. Do you not think this the military, do you think they are lacking equipment to fight this insurgency?
No, I don't think. If that statement was not a political statement, if that statement was carried out to read genuinely, that means they are not lacking equipment. They have the equipment, or probably they are playing politics with the equipment. Are you getting it now? That means there is a political game in the equipment, or the British did not give them the equipment enough that have the strength to withstand that of the terrorists. That means that they don't have the equipment that could withstand that of the terrorists. That means the terrorists, what they have is superior than what UK provide to Nigerian military. If at all, it's not political. But if it is political, that means there was no provision. It was a political, it was a statement. Are you hearing me? But whether there is a standard or substandard or political or it is real, with what has happened, it has proven to you and I that we don't have military personnel in Nigeria. Our military are failure. They don't have the capacity, they don't have the strength, they don't have the ability. So every citizen should think of himself. Do not rely on Nigerian military, for they cannot give you what you want.
But with this now, do you not think the communities now, about 23 communities now, they flee away from their communities? At the same time, the farmers will be affected by this because they are not sure of what they are worth or what they will be getting because of as regards the terrorists taking over the communities. Do you not think this can make the price of food go high in the northern part of Nigeria and the same time Nigeria as a whole?
Listen and listen good. What do you think that causes the scarcity of food, or what influence the price of food or the cost of food? Do you think it's only fuel? It was not fuel alone. Because when we have excess production, the price of fuel will not even influence the price of fuel or of food as much. But because the farmers, those that are farming, the farmers have been murdered, they have been chased away from their farmland. So people are no longer farming. You see, that was why the cost of food increased more than ever before. Not only the fuel, not only the price of fuel. I know people will add the price of fuel, but it will not be as costly as the way it is now if farmers were allowed to farm in their farmland. And with what has happened in Niger State currently, about 13 or 23 local governments being scared of going to the farm as a result of the threat by this terrorist group of people, set of people, sponsored by so-called politicians, because Nigerian politicians is aware of it and they are not ready to do anything. I believe they are benefiting from it. That is why they are still in existence, because if they are not getting anything from it, by now anything bandit or terrorists should have been ended. And this thing, look at the time of Jonathan, Buhari, the former governor, president of Nigeria, look at what he said. And during his tenure, look at the encouragement he give to the terrorists. You understand? So that is why where I'm standing to make that statement that the Nigerian politicians are gaining from it. They are profiting from it. It's not affecting them. And even it's affecting them, they would have done something, but they are making more money on it. That is why the thing is progressing and increasing in this country. So definitely it will affect the food production, and once it affects the food production, it will affect the cost and the price intake in the market. Yes.
So last thing now, what do you advise the military to do as regards this current, because they won't talked about it the House of Assembly. What do you think that they can do to curb this menace, this terrorism menace there in Niger State, most importantly?
The only way, and which is the key, is the politicians to turn their back against terrorists. Nigerian politicians, until they turn their back against terrorism in Nigeria, that is the only thing that can stop terrorists in Nigeria.
So the politicians,
the politicians are behind it, they are aware of it. Then who give them gun? Who give them the money to purchase gun? How did the gun enter this country if the politicians are not involved? The people in political power positions, if they are not involved, if they don't know about it, how did those people acquire those arms? The arms that is well equipped and strong enough to withstand the Nigerian military. Even to the point going to enter their camp, their training camp, that is as big as that covers almost 3 to 4 local governments. Then bandits, terrorists enter there, conquer and occupy. Do you know what that means? That means the people in power is involved. They know what is happening. Until they turn their back on terrorists, that is the only way terrorists will stop. And that is the only way military can fight terrorists and succeed.
Well, with this now, we've heard some. One of the interviewers that interviewed said, for as regards the equipment that the British gave to Nigerian military, he said if it was they are to use it there in the southeast, they use to massacre the easterners. But if they are to use it in the north, they will abandon it and flee and say that the terrorists, have collected, their equipment. Do you not think they have been tribalistic as regards this?
No, the guy is not tribalistic. The guy is speaking the truth. I told you the politicians are behind it. When you come to the enemy as regards to East, Biafra, they see every Eastern people as the enemy of Nigeria. Are you getting it? With the hatred that they have against the Eastern region, are you getting it? The hatred and the fear they have concerning the Eastern people, so that is why they will use it. You understand? They will be ready and fully prepared to use it in the Eastern region. But these ones are Fulanis. Who are the people in corridor of power? The Fulanis are the corridor in power, and they are the terrorists we are talking about. Are you getting it? They are the terrorists. Buhari is aware of it. Is the king of Sheugumi or whatsoever is one of them. And they are the people. And the that is the chief negotiator. So what are you saying? You see them. That is why you see them carrying on and moving. This terror, they don't have what it takes to, if actually you want to face them. Are you getting it? They cannot really, but
you just mentioned Shegumi, but I think 2 months ago he came out and said that, and he has said it severally, that he's ready to go to the forest to negotiate with the bandits. That if the federal government provide police and security forces are ready to go to the forest and negotiate with these people.
Now look at it. Negotiation. In America, you cannot negotiate with terrorists. In other parts of the world, you don't negotiate with terrorists. What you need to do is to face the terrorists, conquer the terrorists, and clear the terrorists. You don't negotiate. So when a man comes in the area of negotiation, that means whosoever, somebody like Shehu Gumi, should be held responsible and he should be arrested because he is the chief leader of these terrorists. How can you go and negotiate with terrorists? Negotiating of what? What are you owing them? Then ask them, first and foremost, who are they? What is their intention of their actions? No, you look into it. Is it normal or abnormal? At least if you come to the east now, Biafra, like somebody like Simon Akpan now, you know that this one is fighting for the freedom of his own people. Nnamdikanu, they want to separate from Nigeria. They want to have their own governance, rule by themselves on their own, not under Nigeria. You get it? It's a different thing. But these people, what is their own? What is their problem? And that is to tell you that the people in power, like I said before, politicians are blamed behind of these terrorist activities in the federation. More especially that northern part of Nigeria and that middle belt. You know, most of them in the middle belt, they don't really have a spokesperson, somebody that has the strength, the ability, what it takes to stand out for them. That is why they are being treated. Look at in Benue, see the way Fulanis are killing and murdering them. Are you getting it? And nothing is happening. The herdsmen, who give them gun? How did they come to gun? Who teach them to handle gun? My brother, until the politicians separate themselves from terrorism, that is when terrorists will cease in Nigeria. When they come to the southeast, they know what they are doing. Hatred, like I said. But no matter what they do, the message still remains. You cannot stop us. Biafra must stand. We are due. And this is our time. God bless you.
All of them, their blood will be wiped out. See, their blood will use to sanctify the freedom of that region. Because that region is not at peace. And you say we are Nigeria. We Nigeria. We are not Nigeria when one side is working free, the other side is not working free. And the other side is the economic heart of Nigeria. See, let us be frank with ourselves. The eastern part of Nigeria, there may be the hub of Nigeria moving or no moving. Now, when you now lock one of their sons, and their son is not just ordinary son, a freedom fighter for that matter. God bless you for that person. You see, I've been saying it for a long time that, see, the time of Nnamdikanu incarceration in Nigeria brought it down from Kenya to here. You see, the situation is not pure and the God is not happy with it. Okay, now, every day sick at home. How long? How many years? How many years? Buhari almost, let's say, 4-6 years. 8 years. Yes, 8 years. Let's say when he brought Kanu, let's say, imagine. Okay, now, he now left. Things were hardening. See the hardship will go through, money swap, this. Okay, now, we believe that when this Jagaba came, the lion of Bodilon will release, I will listen to the voice of the masses, the voice of many. the voice of the progressive, the voice of the prosperity of children of God. Okay, now see what is happening in the eastern part of Nigeria. You deploy army every day, and you know the truth is in your hand. The truth is in your hand. Why don't you open the gate and let this young man go? Okay, how many judges have came and go? Say, this case, we find no fault in him, just like Jesus Christ of yesterday, when they prayed, they say, I find no fault in this man. They say, crucify him. At the end of the day, what happened? You see, there's going to be a boom, a wicked, most mysterious disaster that is coming behind the scene of this young man being locked there for just nothing, illegally. How long? Somebody is fighting for the justice, for the freedom of his people. Okay, what of Sunday Igboho? Is it not likely the same thing? But it's gone, it's released now, it's walking free. But what of Kanu? See, it's a politically motivated, and those that are involved, all of them, their blood will be wiped out. See, their blood will use to sanctify the freedom of that region, because that region is not at peace. And you say we are Nigeria. We Nigeria. We are not Nigeria when one side is working free, the other side is not working free. And the other side is the economic heart of Nigeria. See, let us be frank with ourselves. The eastern part of Nigeria, there be the hub of Nigeria, moving or no moving. Now, when you now lock one of their son, and their son is not just ordinary son, a freedom fighter for that matter. Someone that wake up and say, no, enough of Fulani massacre, enough of intimidation, enough of injustice, enough of this and that, enough of those bad language that the government has imposed on them. Now you put it in one place every day. You see, we should tell Tinubu, he should listen to the voice of God and release that young man. Let him go. Let him see. The Kanu should be released today. See, only that jubilation will let free air. See, everywhere fresh air will come. See, the Hausa Fulani, see, they believe that they are the control of everything. Their days are coming to an end. See, Kanu must be released. You see, in a situation whereby every Monday, you see the security situation there is getting out of hand. You know how much federal government is spending every day to make you say, okay, now the right day, the government says you should come outside, come and do anything you want to do. There will be peace. Why did they not come outside? Why did the federal government? Where were the security then? See, the security them are afraid. The police are afraid. The army are afraid. Anytime we send any of the personnel to that external region to go and keep peace, they know what they are going for is wrong. Why don't you release the young man, let peace reign, and let freedom circulate, and let fresh air involve the environment? Please, they should let him read. Otherwise, what this prophet is just saying, it must come to pass. And if it comes to pass, there will be anarchy. And anarchy is going to be worse than this situation we are facing now. So the primary advice is for them to let this young man go. He has done no wrong. He has done no wrong. You see, when you look up, you look down, he's done nothing wrong. Somebody is fighting for his people. How will Fulani herdsmen invade your land and kill your women and rape your children and destroy your farm? And at the end of the day, somebody say, no, enough is enough. You will not put him in a castration. Is that not wrong? It's wrong. See, let us stop this marginalizing of ourselves. Nnamdikanu never done anything wrong. Let the young man come outside and you see that peace. That peace in eastern region will let peace reign in all Nigeria. You see, all those things, all this hardship, it will minimize. You see, all those hardships will minimize because they contributed to what is happening now. Because no man, innocent man is suffering for nothing's sake. And we say the country will be at peace. The country will never be at peace and it will never be at rest. See, don't let us what happened in the Pharaoh land happen in Nigeria. If it happen in Nigeria, Nigeria will be a disastrous area to stay, to live. See, I'm appealing to the present government. Let Nnamdi Kanu go free and let peace reign. No matter the situation, he is a peacemaker. Let us experience peace. See, you can't be going to the eastern part of Nigeria every day. On Monday, you not park in Asaba to the next day. How long are we going to be doing all those things? It's not necessary. See, the reality is that do the right thing. Let the present government, Jagaba is listening. Tinubu, the president, is listening. Please, Kanu, let him go and let peace reign. Let peace reign, because those people hold the economic power of Nigeria. And now when you are now letting their hearts to be gripped, Nigeria will be gripped. Nigeria will be no more. See what is happening in Nigeria now? Everything is scrap rocket high. Nothing comes down. Every day is suffering and smiling. Every day. Why don't they do the things that is right in the eyes of Nigeria. 100% Nnamdi Kanu should be released. They should stop politics. They should stop politics. See, he's not a politician. He's a freedom fighter. Please let him go and let us have peace and let things calm down for us. Because women, children, they are afraid to come outside in that area. See, one of my friends just come back the other day. It's 7 o'clock. Everybody will be inside their house, just like that. That is I know more than bondage.
Insecurity.
More than bondage. There's security now. So everybody will just be walking 7 o'clock now, go inside your house and you lock your door. You lock yourself inside to the next day, and on some Monday permanently, no even coming out. Is that government? That is not government. And you say you are a democratically elected government. In what way? After Buhari left, you see continue the injustice of Buhari. Let's free ourselves and let's free particularly Nnamdi Kanu. Let freedom reign. Let peace reign.
Okay, but do you not think that for Nnamdi Kanu, do you not think that the South they're losing a revenue, and Nigeria is losing revenue as regards this sit at home? Do you not think they lose Nnamdi Kanu at least they start getting more revenue from the South?
They are losing millions of naira every day in that region. Do you know how much? Okay, you see, sit at home. Ordinary day, a government no work. Do you know how much they lost? Now, in the 5 states in the nation, almost 6 states, compulsory on Monday, not going anywhere. That is getting out of hand. Let us stop this injustice and let us be one. You see, the federal government is losing trillions of naira in this situation, and they are looking like they are not losing anything. And those languages affecting you and I. Indirectly or directly, is affecting you and I. That's it at home. It's not only affecting those people there, it's affecting the generality of Nigeria. The economy wise of Nigeria is affected by that shit at home. So why they don't do the right thing and let peace reign and let the demonstration of democracy, let everybody enjoy it nationwide. You can't do this to an Hausa man. You can't do this to a Yoruba man. See Yoruba man just freedom. What of Hausa man? All those killers, all those kidnappers, all those bandits. What have they done? Okay, now, you see, one day, gunshot will pass gunshot. That man just said, army versus army, soldier versus soldier, gunshot versus gunshot. So one day, everything will blow up. But before it blow up, there is a chance of arranging peace, arranging dialogue. There is a big chance. If they don't want big chance, one day, they will be versus themselves.
Oh, are they scared of if they release Nnamdi Kanu, they might still go back?
You see, if they release Nnamdi Kanu, nothing. Okay, if you have failed. Okay, now Nnamdi Kanu have tell you what is want and what he doesn't want. Okay, now you say you want biafra. Okay, see, let's sit down and solve it amicably. Not just kidnapping somebody somewhere, lock it somewhere, and end of the road. And now there is no peace in the region. You now bring the hardship, sit at home, revenue missing, revenue. You know how much revenue they are locked in there every day. You see, let peace reign. Let them release the young guy. And I believe 100% they release Nnamdi Kanu today. You see, you will see different of atmosphere. You will see the reality of God. Because the gods are angry with the government.